Hey guys, Jack Kantus here again with some more Don't Starve Together. And I have a skeleton crew today, so we don't have that big of a group. But I was going to show you guys something real quick, just in case you guys did not know. These random trinkets, I find a lot of new players don't know what to do with these. They hoard them, or they leave them on the floor. They don't really know what to do with them. They're like, oh, what are these random pieces of junk that I keep finding? If you guys find them, if you guys have the inventory space, of course, or if you guys have, ooh, also a good source of them, by the way. If you guys have the inventory space, I highly advise that you keep them. They are free gold. The pig king over here, if you guys have found him, been to any DST public server, you probably know where he is immediately. A lot of people like to show you guys where he's at. Just a good place to go. I don't know, he likes trinkets. And he gives you a shit ton of gold for them. So if you guys are strapped on gold and you guys happen to get your greasy little palms on one of these, you guys can go ahead and grab some free gold. Now, since we have a little bit of a skeleton crew today, I was going to show you guys how to go into the caves for the first time. So we're going to go spelunking, and we're going to do something nice for our little teammates that aren't here. And we're going to go make them lanterns as we go down into the caves, so we can stop using torches and stuff like that. I'm just grabbing some food on the way. Habit. So we're going geared up into the caves. You guys shouldn't be afraid of the caves, even if you guys are new to the game. The caves are nothing to be afraid of. Yes, you do lose sanity at a small rate in there, and yeah, the enemies are a little bit harder, but it's nothing that you can't handle, I promise. There's nothing too intense in the caves that's going to kill you right away, unless you overstay your welcome. But simply poking your head in there and grabbing some light bulbs to make some lanterns for your whole team is a really good way. If you guys get lucky and you guys find a ton of light flowers, and you guys happen to have an ice box up, I'd suggest getting a ton of them up. Get at least 2 full stacks. Throw them in your fridge, and they rot, at a much slower pace in your refrigerator, in your ice box, I should say. And what you want to do is you really want to make sure that, say your base is over here. See that sinkhole? That's very convenient to have around your base. I wouldn't have it unless you're ready for combat. If you guys didn't know, having a plug sinkhole open near your base will cause bats to spawn during dusk and night. So if you guys aren't prepared for such combat adventures, I would advise against doing it so close to your base. Near your base is nice, but too close to your base could be detrimental to what you're trying to do. If you guys are trying to farm animals or have Glommer or Chester, that's also a problem. And as you can see, there's light bulbs right here. Real easy to pick up. And it seems we striked out and got a red mushroom for us. So you want to grab as much of these bad boys as possible during the day. And then since I have a miner's hat, so it's a little bit easier for me because I found one in a boon, you can go and refuel this bad boy with light bulbs. If you guys find one, good on you. I recommend using other sources of light like the lantern. I happen to like this, but I like the lantern because simply the fact you can walk around with a light source and a walking cane. But that's later. That's for winter discussion. Now here's another denizen of the deep. You guys need to be careful around these guys. These guys act a lot like pigmen, so if you any Weber mains out there, these guys will attack you on sight. They think you're a spider. What you guys need to watch out about these guys is that they are hardcore vegans and they like to push their vegan views on you. So, do not have meat near these guys. They will attack you on sight if you guys have meat. And they are very aggressive fighters, they hurt. So you gotta be real careful with them around. So what you want to do in the caves once you're down here, time is against you, sort of, due to your sanity. And probably early game you don't have a lot of sanity healing items, and there's ways to work around that. But for most new players, I wouldn't recommend staying down here too long. I'd say gather as much as you can. Get as much light flowers as you can. If you spawn in a really bad area, just try exploring for a little bit. If you find an area with a lot of spiders, a lot of bats, just avoid that area for the time being and try to look for light flowers other way. They spawn all over the caves. It's no big deal. I heard some spiders right now. I know a lot of you guys really good at combat, but at the same time a lot of you guys are really bad at combat. So just pick your battles wisely. Once you get into the caves, make sure you don't bring meat. if you guys happen to find Hutch, and when we find him, I'll get into more of a discussion. If you guys know who he is, if you guys place meat inside him, they will not attack. It's nothing to worry about. It's just a spider. It happens to be a spider nest there. Giant tentacle. Ooh, Mossy found a tentacle. That we'll get into. We'll get into what giant tentacles are and how to defeat them when we get into going into the ruins and how to get to the Field Reaver and stuff like that. That's way later. That's late game, Don't Starve. That's gonna be real fun. So, as we explore around here, I'm just looking for any usable resources that we can get. If I had a net, I would catch these fireflies and use them for other things. Now, you don't have to kill everything you see, especially spiders. You don't actually have to kill them. You can just ignore them. See? Look at that. So, a lot of people who are bad at combat and they come in here, if that's really a big problem for you guys, just ignore them. They'll ignore you for the most part if you don't stand still. So let me fix my inventory. It's bothering me. Put my tinny spike up here. I brought a tentacle spike just in case, you know, something got a little intense. So what you really want to find when you go into the caves is two things for the first time. You guys want to find light flowers, and a bunch of them. Gather as much as you can. And you want to find a mushroom forest, either green or blue. Blue being preferable. You guys can literally live off the blue mushrooms. I'm not kidding. Your entire base can live off blue mushroom. Ooh! I know what that is. And that is the only boss in this game I have not defeated. But he's currently not here. That is a very hard boss. That is straight up a World of Warcraft raid boss. Oops, it's starting to get cold. Winter is upon us. I wouldn't worry too much about that. It'll kind of give you a little frozen, like, hey, it's getting cold. And it'll chunk you for a little damage and it'll go away. It's because we're in the caves. It's a lot colder in the caves. So, big old tentacle over here. You want to not touch this unless you want to do this. Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. Unless you like a swift death. So, if you guys are strapped for rocks and materials and gold, you guys happen to find these, don't break the little ones. These grow over time. You want the stalagmites to grow into these little hooked forms. These give you a lot more minerals and they give you fossil fragments. So you want to keep these. If you can. If you get lucky enough to find fossil fragments, like, good on you. Ooh, you found the cave swamp. Nice, boss. You want to be cracking open these big ones first. Oh, cat. Oh, sorry. I didn't think you could talk. Your dogs are being like, okay. Sorry, I thought I was just moss typing. So used to moss typing. Anyway, glossing over that. So you want to leave these little ones alone. You're going to get very little gains out of these. See, this one's almost ready. If you come back to them in a couple days, they'll be fully grown. That's not one. That's just part of the. Ooh, very winter vest. Nice. Not my kind of jam, but if you guys are in a pickle and you guys can't make thermal stones, those are really good to have. If you guys are out there slaughtering innocent koalefants. Now that is a bat cave. You want to stay away from that. It just spawns bats infinitely. Unless you want to farm bats. Unless you want the bat weapon. Is that 2 toadstool holes? What the actual fuck's going on right here? Alright, so we struck gold. This is what we wanted. We want this blue. Should I be in this? Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing too crazy there. This is the gold mine of the caves, guys. You really want to find this. This is probably the best thing you could ever find. If you guys are gonna make a cave base, make it in this biome. Like, stop watching this video. No, don't really. Like, just go build it. Trust me, it's amazing. Just eat that to stave off some hunger. So this is the main things you really want to find if you want to start a base in the caves. Honestly, my favorite places to base are near blue. Ooh. Bone shards. I can't resist. I'm sorry. You want to stay away from these. These will spawn spiders, and this one will also spawn spiders and stuff like that. And if you guys want to kill the spiders, I mean, that's totally fine. If you guys are in there, you know, side of town, you'll see the rib cages and the bones. It just shows you like, hey, there's spiders living in these things. Also, chopping these trees down with the webs on it will actually give you some silk if you guys are a little tight on silk. This is a really, really big blue mushroom forest. This is what you want. This is, you know, jeez. This is what Don't Starve is all about. So, if you guys didn't know, you guys aren't in the know, blue mushrooms help you both with sanity and health and hunger on both sides, cooked and raw. So, if you want to go crazy, eat some blue shrooms. They're great healing, and they fill you up a little bit. If you guys want some sanity, cook them. Get a little bit of sanity out of it, but a little chunky. You can balance yourself out by eating a bunch of these. And if you guys have a Woody, just let him go ballistic in here. Or a Maxwell, and for that fact. Just anybody with axes. I mean, bring your whole crew in here. Look at all these damn mushrooms, man. But this is mainly what you wanted to find. So we got about 2 stacks of light bulbs. We can get out of here. There's really no reason for us to stay here. I'll show you what happens when you guys land on these. You guys will get the danglers. These guys are identical to a spider warrior. So if you guys have fought spider warriors, those guys should be no problem. They don't really have a very large attention span, so you gotta worry about them. So let's go back topside. Man, this is too tempting. I fell for the bait. They do jump too, so you guys gotta be careful about that. And if you guys are a Weber, if you guys are Weber or have a Weber main with you, you can actually recruit those spiders in the cave. You can recruit any cave spider. So if you guys are having a little bit of a difficulty with spiders or anything in the caves, you guys can have a Weber to come recruit some really tanky, really beefy spiders for you for almost minimal cost. Hey, look! I believe there is a, what's it called, a nightmare fisher around here. Go on, bite. Let's get some free nightmare fuel over here. Oop. I'm playing too greedy. Hang on. Alright, where's my shitty one? He still hit me. There we go. That was some really bad kiting, please excuse. Oh my god, that was terrible. And you should be wearing armor when you are fighting. Light is nice, but wear armor. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head out towards the cave, towards the exit. If you guys are done exploring, I'll meet you guys there. Hey guys, like I said,
Bulb heaven. Do you want me to keep collecting?
I have a bunch. If you want, we can keep them. They're good. We can use our lanterns more and the miner's hat if you guys want. And then, you know, if they rot, they rot, and then we have free rot. So I would say collect as many as you can. I'd get 2 stacks and just
flowers with 2 and 3 on them. I found light bulb heaven.
Yeah, it's good to stock up. And also, guys, if you guys have a weird world spawn and you guys don't have saplings or normal berry bushes or anything like that, you guys might want to come and check the caves because, you know, they usually have some goodies like that. There's a lot of DST world spawns where they only have juicy berry bushes or they only have twiggy trees. If you get that's not your preference, you guys want regular berry bushes or regular saplings. Even though I do like juicy berry bushes, or vice versa. They might show up. See what I mean about the bats? They usually get themselves killed in the swamp, so it's a good place to come farm some bat wings and monster meat and some guano if you guys need it. So let's continue back to the base. Let's go make a bunch of lanterns for everybody. Ignore the mosquitoes. And we need some food, so bringing all these vegetables back will actually help our crockpot recipes. Yeah, it's really simple, the cave. You know, I took a little bit of damage, so that's because I chose to fight the nightmares. And I was doing some bad kiting without armor, so don't let that deter you guys. It's really easy. It's a strolling part going through the caves if you're avoiding the more dangerous areas of it. And you guys lose some sanity. Got some taffy. We got plenty of honey from all the bees. Let's go ahead and put our light bulbs in here for anybody to come enjoy. Actually, I need a stack. And I preemptively organized our chests and got a bunch of rope. So let's go ahead and make a bunch of lanterns. One for me. Let's go ahead and put this with the equipment. There it is. What do I want? I'll take the net. I'll probably break that in the morning. But yeah, so go here, make a lamp. One for me. One for Moss. One for Katt. One for Sarah. And one for TGP. They can come pick all these lanterns up whenever they need them. Now remember, these lanterns are really useful. It's like a miner's hat, but you know, not as leaving you as exposed as it would, so you would have a little bit of armor. Let's go ahead and turn off our miner's hat. We don't need it anymore. Let's go ahead and eat the jerky. Tis what it's for. Alright, let's go check what's in the fridge. Oh, we can make a bun witch. And we can make a butter muffin. And let's go check for some filler. Looks like our berry bushes are gonna die from not being fertilized. So let's grab what we can before winter's coming. Winter, we have 1 day till winter. Very simple prep for winter, guys. Like, you guys don't need to freak out about winter. Oh, you're gonna freeze to death. As long as you guys have a fire pit, some rocks, some flint, and some shady pickaxes, you guys will be fine. Winter prep is really easy. If you guys watch my other series of Watch and Learn, you'll know that. Oh, hell no. Hell no, get away from my berries. No. What you want to do is get the ones closest from him. Make sure he doesn't eat your berries. And if you guys are really concerned about gobblers, just go ahead and pick your berries at night. Let's do our tried and true tactic. Free meat. There you go. A new sinkhole? Yeah, they pop up here and there.
I couldn't remember if it was the one we came down and I just used it. I was praying that wasn't one next to the basement's pretty far away, so.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. I don't want to put the nightmare field.
Spider forest, and there's tier 3 spider nest over here.
Yeah, there's usually a lot in there. So if you guys want a nice little base decoration piece, you guys can put the fossils somewhere. We're gonna put it right here. These will come in handy later for a majority of reasons. They're pretty fun if you guys stick around. I'll show you guys how to defeat it and how to spawn it and what to do with it and why it's there. So now that we have lamps for everybody, we can go ahead and put the light bulbs back. Let's get our sanity back with some cactus. Eat some jam, fill us up. We'll heal with other things. But for now, let's put this in here. Make us a bun witch. Make us a butter muffin. Alright, let's harvest the rest of the grass. So now that we have pretty much almost everything in check with light and stuff like that, I'll show you guys how to prep for winter. You guys can make warm clothing. That is up to you. There are some cute skins out there for, you know, most of your things. But in my opinion, and what's been so successful so far every time I play Don't Starve, is just make thermal stones. If you guys have an alchemy engine out, or if you, I believe if you guys have an excess of stone and flint, you guys should be fine. They're really simple to craft. They're really easy to use. There are mods out there that destroy the durability if that's your jam. If you guys want to do it, I think it isn't cheating because it is in Don't Starve vanilla, normal Don't Starve. But I don't have it turned on for purposes, you know, obviously that, you know, we're playing pretty much vanilla Don't Starve, which is some aesthetic mods on. But for you guys who don't know what thermal stones are, they are under the survival tab. They cost a pickaxe, 3 flint, and 10 stones. That's why I was harvesting some stones down there. So let's go ahead and make a bunch of them for us. And if you guys happen to have a Winona, you guys can use the duct tape. You can use the trusty tape to fix thermal stones durability instead of using a sewing kit or making a brand new one. And if you guys didn't know, you guys can fix the durability of your thermal stones with a sewing kit or trust. So if you guys need help with that, it's also really good. And then we got some healing items in here and some sanity food. So we're pretty good for now. Let's go ahead and put this over hither. Do we have an open chest? Do we have a chest that has nothing in it? I do not. I kind of want to make one. Let's make one. Because I have no self-control. I know I have, what's it called, wood in there. Don't judge me, guys. I want to make my own chest. Let's make a train case. And then we can go ahead and put the puffy jacket in there. And then we can put the bee armor in there as well. So, now that we have that, let's go ahead and make us some thermal stones. So you're going to want to go over here, under survival, craft thermal stone. So that's one for me. One for Moss, one for Katt, one for Sarah, one for TGP. Now, if you guys want to do this more economically, you guys can use these pickaxes and wait until they have like almost 0 durability. If you guys want to do it a little bit better. And then just keep them by their fire and it should be fine. If you guys want the thermal stones not to break prematurely, you guys can make a chest. Ugh. Later. So you guys can use a chest, like say build a chest over here. And then you guys can put your thermal stones in there. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that simply for the fact that they are near a heat or anti-heat source, they will actually degrade. So let's go ahead and put a traveler's trunk way over here, away from our fire source. And then we can go ahead and make more thermal stones. Now I am a tad bit on flint. I'm a little low on flint. So I'm going to go farm in the mosaic biome with my beautiful lanterns. Let's go ahead. Don't worry about, freezing to death too bad. It's just going to be like the first initial thing in winter. It's going to be like, oh, hey, you're cold. It'll almost always go away, but it's not. Yeah, see, look, there you go. It goes away. It chunks you for a little bit of damage and say it's almost like a warning shot to kind of tell you, hey, you should probably start building winter clothing or get near a fire, stuff like that. But since we have our mining hat, we can go ahead and come over here, gather as much flint and stone as we need. Perks to being next to a mosaic biome. And if you guys don't have a mosaic biome in your world, you guys can go ahead and opt out and go into the caves and mine those stalagmites and find rocks and stuff like that. Or earthquakes also happen in there, so you guys can watch out for free materials that fall from the ceiling if they don't kill you. So let's go ahead and get that at 9%. And we can just mine all this stuff, and we can also get that ice that's spawning as well. Big tip for you guys in winter. A lot of people say, oh, I can't find food in winter. Ice is probably the best filler in the game because it does not spoil. And it works with almost any recipe. If you guys can mine, get like 6 stacks of ice, put it in your ice box, make an ice box, and literally put nothing but ice in it. Like all full stacks of 40 ice on each of them. I guarantee you it'll help you during your survival. It is amazing. I adore having giant stacks of ice in my base. It really helps out bigger don't starve, what should I say, groups? Yeah, bigger don't starve groups. I was gonna say colonies. But yeah, that's a really good move if you guys are into having a ton of food and really cheap. I'm probably gonna get those hounds aggro. Yeah. Bring it on, buddy. Oh, you got me. There you go. So what you want to do is keep mining whatever you got until these pickaxes are about like 39%. I don't want to gamble it because I might hold my spacebar a little bit more. But the first day of winter shouldn't kill you. The first night in winter should start damaging you pretty severely if you guys aren't prepared for the cold. So let me continue mining all this rocks and materials, and then we can go make thermal stones with all our really broken pickaxes. And then we can warm up our whole little Don't Starve family here. So let's go. And I replenished my flint while doing so. Then we have a fair amount of gold as well. Let me show you guys what to do with that. So now that we're here, equip that. There you go. Look at this. Box full of thermal stones. Voila. You're going to want to carry one on you at all times during winter. Make sure you guys have fire building supplies, or at least a torch. If you guys want to go, you know, let me just burn everything to the ground. Ooh, a feather hat. Ooh, I like me that. Patch that up. Yeah. I'm digging it. Let's go and put my miner's hat in here. There's no need to have it at the moment. When I have my torch, it's my preference. We got a red gem. Let's put this all in the stone box. This is just my madness. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. Let's keep my torch on me. You guys don't have to be this organized with your don't starve with your don't starving, so don't worry about me. So I'm just putting the niter in there. Let's go ahead and put the gems in there. You can set up these rabbit traps. And what else do we have here that's extra? We have some gold. So we got rid of our pickaxe and we're a little low on sanity. So let's go ahead and make a nice opulent pickaxe. Really pretty one. So scare the bunny into their holes, and then we're gonna farm these rabbits. Put it right on their hole. Thank you. And then every day you should come back and you should get a rabbit. Also really good if you guys are trying to get the Presso Hattitator. Hattinator. We don't have enough beefalo poop for what I want to do. But yeah, if you guys are breaking your flint tools, I highly recommend that you guys switch them out for gold as soon as possible. Now that I showed you how to pretty much, you know, have infinite gold. Look at all these light bulbs. That is ridiculous. That is beautiful. That is what you want to see. Let's go ahead and put our ice in here, our monster meat, and then we can use these to refill the miner set just to get them out of the inventory as a stack. So I hope this guy, you know, this episode was a little bit short, not too crazy informative, but I hope you guys learned something new. It's always a pleasure to help you guys. Ooh, another free rabbit. I'm probably gonna make magic in the next one because we have so many free rabbits. But yeah, I hope this guide's helping you guys if you guys are veteran or new players. I absolutely adore helping all of you guys and love hearing you guys' feedback on what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. Don't tell me I'm doing things wrong, but still. Everything works different for everybody, but it's just my way of helping you guys to see if you guys need any help or if you guys didn't know what I happen to know. So, thanks Moss and Katt for joining me. I know we had a bit of a skeleton crew on this one, so stick around for some more interesting episodes in the future. So now that you guys know how to lighten up your day in winter and in the caves, so you guys can, you know, get around more efficiently, so you guys aren't stuck at base all the day, just waiting for the daytime to come around. You can get a lot of work done in the night if you have these simple tools with you. Let's go ahead and top ourselves off before we leave. There you go. Let's eat the big jerky too. There you go. You can eat the small jerky if you want to, Moss. Or I'll make you a substantial meal later on. Oh, there we go. Well, I got something to do for next episode. Sweet. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys are ready for winter. I know winter isn't, you know, everybody's favorite season. It's my favorite season. I love winter, especially in Don't Starve. Super easy farming, super easy food, and almost is it's just great. I love winter. I'll show you guys what to do in the next episode. Bye guys. Go ahead and check out everybody else's channels when their links are in the description below. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Subscribe if you're new. Really helps the channel. Discord and donation links are in the description below. If you guys like to help out my channel, every little bit helps. And if you guys want to come chat with me on Discord. Bye y'all. Have a wonderful day.